Excitement, doubts trail P2B's moving train. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news update, please click on the notification bell. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party P2B is no doubt a very strong and formidable challenger in the forthcoming presidential election scheduled to hold on Saturday, February 18th, 2023. He is rated among the 4 top presidential candidates, which include Asiwaju Bola Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress APC, Alhaji Atiku'S of the People's Democratic Party PDP, and Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso of the New Nigeria People's Party NNPP. Among other contenders, P2B seemed to enjoy the support of a large part of Nigerian elites and youths, especially those in the social media space. Since its defection from the People's Democratic Party to the Labour Party over a claim that a former primary election was insufferably monetized and compromised, he has drawn massive sympathy and sparked political interest among the youth, another traditionally indifferent segment who now have been stirred into the rush to get their names into the voter register in order to participate in the 2023 elections. Also, we followers of the view that the governance they seek can only be achieved through his emergence as the next president of Nigeria. This development, according to some observers, should be seen as a victory lap by Nigerians. Prior to leaving the People's Democratic Party, he had gradually emerged as the darling of the Nigerian Unlike Republic, as he is easily the most followed and admired political figure among Nigerians on Twitter, where he has a following of over 1 million. His Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok followership is growing by the moment. So far, his few open forum events are packed with active audiences who will seem to want more of his inspirational political messages. The P2B attraction. A social commentator, Chidi Amuta, in one of his recent opinion articles titled P2B, The Last Big Man, described the former Anambra State governor as a cross between a power preacher and a rock star. He said, the P2B phenomenon is a timely reversal of the old African big man narrative. He is determined to shorten the length of the presidential motorcade, curb wasteful governance, live modestly in simple circumstances, resist corruption, shun the filthy lucre, empty opulence and grandiosity of public office, and avoid or curb the pomposity of state ceremony. Here is a leader who was undertaking to connect with the people as one of them. This is the regular Bayo, Emeka, Abu, or Joe next door who wakes up early to pray for his nation, undertake his morning exercise, makes his own coffee. Mr. B carries his own bag at the airport and hoods up his own umbrella in the rain. P2B's increasing magnetism lies most on the fact that all of his political salesmen at our doorstep these days, he alone embodies the high point of this new anti-big man narrative. P2B is communicating and connecting directly with ordinary Nigerians on the street and in the market. His catchment is a new strategic demographic of youth and the internet generation. The urban unemployed who sees the hopeless situation because of the years of wasteful governance by big men politicians. But the traditional party membership and configuration still gives an advantage to the rural grassroots poor who remain in the vice grip of the politics and parties of big men. Amuta further stated that in Nigeria's emerging democratic culture, Obi is the galvanization of the convergence of new realities and new technologies. Mr. B is merely the embodiment of a new spirit and the carrier of a generational burden, he said. He added, an entirely new generation and vast population of Nigeria feel challenged to reject decades of bad politics and worsening social and economic conditions. P2B is merely the current embodiment of a spirit that was hinted at by the spontaneous outbursts of a sentence process. He may be the first political expression of the new spirit of protest against bad government and ugly social and economic conditions. However, there are those who believe that Obi does not really have what it takes to challenge the system for him to emerge the next president. Femi Mimiko, a professor of political science at the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, and a member of the National Institute (MNI), said Obi doesn't come across as tough enough to confront all of the evil forces and human institutional principalities that have held Nigeria down for so long. He doesn't come with a touch of rascality that is needful for sorting out this congregation of evil that is Nigeria's rapacious and unconscionable political class. While Obi is quite adept at highlighting the challenges of bad governance for the Nigeria epitomizes, he is not really quite profound in terms of the practicalities of addressing the same. Recounting the difficulties of the country in such an eloquent manner as Obi does, it is good to the ears. The task, however, and what in precise terms you need to deliver a qualitative alternative. Obi can still do much better on this. I have this uncomfortable feeling that an Obi presidency could mean greater tension over Lagos, vis-a-vis the thinly veiled ownership claims, or, in the least, a sense of entitlement of his own ethnic nation on the former federal capital. It will require all the dexterity of an Obi presidency in ensuring this lingering tension does not snowball into a major inter-ethnic inferno. If and when Obi and his handlers are able to persuasively address these issues, so many stakeholders who are genuinely concerned about the direction in which Nigeria seems again to be headed may not hesitate to move into his corner. Talks about the political structure or shortage thereof, which the anti-Obi forces are drumming up, are valid, but not insurmountable. As a political scientist, I am conversant enough with how a momentum similar to the one that is building up behind Peter Obi today prepared hitherto unknown political qualities into high office. A recent example was Tunisia in 1999, where such a momentum swept Kaya Said, a professor, into the presidential palace. The fundamental condition for this type of seismic movement is a mass anger and public trust deficit, which are aplenty in Nigeria today. Long and short, Peter Obi is different, he's unique, but are we sure if he's going to pull through this? He's saying it is actually not impossible, but of course it's going to take a lot. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come here next time, enjoy the rest of your day.